Hey everyone, it's Melinda with Tailored and Teal, and welcome back to another What Sold video. These are sales on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay from May 16th through May 31st of 2024. So before I get into the sales, I did just want to give you a mom update. I know many of you have been thinking of us and putting us in your prayers, which I truly do appreciate. Unfortunately, the news that I have to report is not great news. My mom passed away peacefully in the wee morning hours of May 18th. She had been sick since December of 2023. She did have cancer. I'm not going to go into the details of what type of cancer that she had, but I can tell you that the cancer she had was very aggressive and incurable, unfortunately. We did not have a service or a memorial for her. She actually donated her body to science, which I just think is really cool. So hopefully they will be using her tissue and organs for research in the future. Doesn't necessarily have to be cancer research. It could be for a whole variety of things. But I was actually really proud of my mom when she told me that she wanted to donate her body to science. And she had actually decided this almost about 10 years ago. So it wasn't a surprise to me or to the family. I'm doing okay. I kind of grieved my mother along the way, so I've already had enough heartbreak and heartache. I am going back and forth to Pennsylvania still to help take care of her estate. I am the only child and the executor of her will, so thankfully I do have my aunts and uncles helping me, and of course my husband will be helping me as well, so I do still have support down there. With that being said, I have no idea what my upload schedule is going to be like. I know primarily I've been doing a lot of what sold videos, mostly because I haven't been going sourcing. I don't really have any hauls or unboxings to do. So for right now, we will just have to do what sold videos until I can get to a regularly scheduled upload like I used to. So enough with all of that unfortunate news. Let's move into the sales. I did have one sale on Mercari. It was a bundle, actually, and I think this might be my first bundle on Mercari where the person could actually bundle it themselves. So it was an Illuminati all-seeing eye stainless steel ring, and the other thing in the bundle was mini Coca-Cola cap earrings. These were for pierced ears. They did appear to be homemade, and they came out of my most recent jewelry unboxing. These sold together in a bundle for $17, and since there are no fees on Mercari for sellers, I made $17. Next up on Poshmark, I had 4 sales. The first sale was a metallic brushed gold woven braided faux leather belt. I've had this belt in my inventory since 2019. I definitely thought that it would sell during festival season or rodeo season, but it just sat and sat and sat. Finally, someone purchased it for full asking price of $12 with no shipping discount. Next up is a bundle. These are 2 blouses that came from my America's Thrift Supply micro bale. The first one was a Shein ditzy floral ruffle wrap blouse. It was black and white. And the other blouse in the bundle was a Color of Love semi-sheer floral tank top. It was very flowy, had kind of like a handkerchief hem, and they sold together in a bundle for $15, and that was an offer the customer sent to me. Next up is a silver tone chain link metal tassel dangle thin belt. This came out of my many Shop Goodwill belt unboxings, and it sold for $9 with discounted shipping. And the last sale on Poshmark was a matte gold tone oval black enamel retro style ring. This did have a little bit of wear to it, but it kind of added to the retro look of it, and it sold for $9 with discounted shipping as well. So for my 4 Poshmark sales, I made $45 in sales, $15.89 in fees. I gave out 2 shipping discounts of $4.04, giving me a profit of $25.07, and my average sales price for each item that sold was $11.25. And then moving on to eBay, where I thankfully had a lot more sales than what I did on Poshmark. I had 14 sales. The first sale was a Max Studio white rolled cuff hem denim jean shorts. These were a size 8. I believe that these came in a ThredUp rescue box of denim. They did have some small condition issues and they sold for $6. Yes, they didn't sell for much, but I still made a profit, so I am not complaining. Next up is a Natasha coppery gold tone tassel fringe curb chain curved bib necklace. This thing was definitely a statement for sure, even a little bit heavy on the neck, like it had a lot of metal to it, and it sold for $7. Next up is Old Navy, the Perfect Fit gray and blue plaid pearl snap shirt. It came out of my America's Thrift Supply micro bale and it sold for $9.25. Next up, we have a pair of earrings. These were light blue star-shaped starlight glam rock punk pierced earrings. These came out of one of my many jewelry lots that I've purchased on shopgoodwill.com, and they sold for $6. Next up is a Steve Madden white pearl strappy travel gladiator flat sandal. I did use the keyword bridal because I thought that it would be cute to wear for like a beachy wedding or like a bachelorette party or something. They were a size 8 and they sold for $15. Next up is another pair of denim shorts. This was by the brand Avenue and they were a light wash embroidered roll cuffed jean shorts. They were a size 24. They also came out of a ThredUp denim rescue box and they sold for $9. Next, we have another sale of vintage magazines. These were July, August, and September of 1945 of Ladies' Home Journal magazines. They sold together for $25.49, which was my full asking price with my 15% off sale that I am running. Next up is a very nice sale that I was not expecting at all. This was a free to me item. It actually came from my mom. She may have purchased it for my wedding in October and decided that she didn't like it, so she gave it to me to sell. It was a new with tags, Alex Evenings, slate gray, sequin scallop trim sheath dress. It was a size 12 and it sold for my full asking price with my 15% off sale of $63.74. Next up is a vintage porcelain Victorian lady figurine. She had a green dress on and she was made in Taiwan. This is the second time this item has sold. The first time it got returned because it wasn't the right size to add to the rest of the person's porcelain dolls. But this one sold for $13.59 and I'm hoping it fits right into their collection because I do not want it back. But that was a free to me item as well. Next up is the limited solid black lightweight cap sleeve round hem blouse. This was a size extra small. This also came out of my America's Thrift Supply micro bale and it sold for $6. Next up is a set of greeting cards. These were vintage Norman Rockwell 8 assorted ambassador Hallmark greeting cards with envelopes. These were free to me if I didn't say that already, and they sold for $10.50. Next up, we have a belt from, again, one of my shopgoodwill.com belt unboxings. It was a Michael by Michael Kors dark brown synthetic leather Hamilton lock belt, size extra large, and it sold for $10. Next up, we have a Romans green vertical striped roll tab sleeve button front blouse. This was a size 22W. I picked this up at my local Salvation Army, mostly because I like the colorway of it. I like the stripes. I like the roll tab sleeve. It was a great size. I've definitely had experience selling Romans before. Unfortunately, it didn't sell as much as I would have liked it to, but I'm also kind of in the mood of I have too much stuff to resell right now in my death pile and also just items listed in general. So I'm basically accepting most offers that will keep me in the green just to keep things flowing. So this blouse sold for $12 and that was an offer that the customer sent to me. And then the last item to sell was a book lot. These were vintage children's educational books. This was the Sheldon Basic Reading Series of Town and Country and Our School. These were free to me items and they sold for $13.59. So of my 14 eBay sales, I made $207.16. I made a shipping profit of $18.68. Fees were $62.80, giving me a profit of $163.04. And my average sales price for each item that sold was $14.80. So now for my total numbers from May 16th through May 31st of 2024. I had a total of 19 sales on 3 different platforms. There was $269.16 in sales. Fees were $64.05. My cost of goods this time was $33.18, giving me a net profit of $171.93. And my average cost of goods for each item that sold was $1.74. Well, thank you for tuning in to this What Sold video and also a little bit of a life update. Like I said in the beginning of this video, not sure what my upload schedule will be for now, but hopefully in the near future, I will be getting back to my weekly uploads for you all. Thank you so much for your patience and your cooperation and your thoughts and your prayers and just all of your positive energy. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you sticking around. And as always, I will see you in the next video.